Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, the time has arrived. It is the season finale of Invincible. This is season 3, episode 8. Got a feeling like they're setting us up for seasons 4 and 5, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll see Nolan and Alan again. Maybe.
It's time for Conquest versus Invincible. Oh, I'm ready, willing, and able to see this go down. It's been a lot of fun this season. I know they're going to be setting stuff up for the next few seasons, but I'm hoping we're getting some sort of resolution for something, and it's not just, hey, come back next time. I need some sort of answers. I'm not that kind.
I look at it as a rematch of Negan versus Glenn. I hope we're getting a big battle here, or a little bit of a scrummish, and then maybe swing back to Alan and Nolan. And if not, I just hope we get an epic send-off into season 4. Let's go!
Yet I find this unprepared. It was totally.
They don't even go into it.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, ask and you shall receive. Oh, they're dead. They're all dead.
Oh,
Everyone within
Jesus.
5 miles.
Oh, test of strength.
Oh. This city's gonna get leveled.
Yeah.
This city is gonna get wrecked.
Fellas.
And this would be telling you how the Viltrum Empire would turn this wretched planet into a utopia. How you would be stupid to resist. I want you to resist. I'm not here to save you. I'm not here to spread the greatness of the Viltrum Empire.
I'm not growing a garden.
I'm not.
Oh, got him good.
Okay.
It's just fucking Negan.
JD
just-
has to be doing the lean.
Can you just
release the video of them doing their voiceover? JDM's
just take
got to
this-
be doing the lean.
take it out of the city?
Oh, holy shit.
I want half your shit.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he loves
leer
that head
clap.
slap.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to need you to chop your son's arm off. About a 45-degree angle. We got a great doctor.
for your guys' sake, I just hope you'd have a bat or something with spikes on it to hit him with. It's barbed wire. Or
Barbed wire. Yeah, barbed wire. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're off Earth, so this is a good
Oh,
start.
a little less damage,
Yeah.
huh?
What?
Ugh, a blood bubble.
Make it a little hard.
That was great, by the way.
Spoke
yeah,
too
right back.
soon.
It's like they're going into North Dakota or something.
Oh, got him good on that one.
That's not too far away. I can help.
No. Oliver, this one you probably should sit out.
Keep moving and keep your distance. Don't let him grab you. Understand?
Well, she knew she couldn't stop him.
Holy shit. Oh! Holy shit!
It's like a nuke going off. Look at the buildings going
Did
down.
all the buildings just crumble?
They did.
Holy shit!
Oh, another city we can wreck. There goes that building.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Here he comes.
They're destroying everything.
Shit.
You crazy? You think I'm gonna give you a chance to surrender? I am having the time of my life here.
She's a vampire bat.
Don't give up. You can do this. You just need the right motivation.
Oh, Jesus.
When I am done with you, I am going to kill everyone else.
Oh! Oh!
his face bounce off that concrete.
Oh, yeah. There's the motivation for Mark.
Oh,
Oliver, get out of here.
Oh, he's building up speed.
Idiot.
You need all the help you can get. The time I spent killing him might have given you a moment to gather your thoughts. Maybe even outwit me. Show me your power.
oh, a headbutt.
Almost there.
All that for a drop of blood.
If that's all you got, this is just not gonna end well for you.
I've got probably the most powerful superhuman I've ever seen, beating the living shit out of what's definitely the strongest superhero on this planet.
We're at least 2 weeks away from even a trial run. You have no idea how dense their muscle tissue is. It's like cutting through rock. They're going to be godlike when we're done.
Oh.
This thing's gonna be over in 2.
Footage is coming in of another unknown attacker fighting with Invincible along the east coast of the country.
We just went through all this bullshit. When will these people give up? Paid for by my tax dollars.
Adam, I think she's waking up. Where am I? Oh, you're safe, dear.
Where's Mark? What happened? How long have I been out?
Almost a week.
What is that?
That's your boyfriend?
Calm down. You can't even walk yet.
Do I look like I need to walk?
Let's step things up, shall we?
Oh, step things up.
Another building.
More
More
death.
people.
Oh, Jesus.
Not that I'm not having fun.
Oh.
I'm starting to wonder why they sent me here.
Fun, but easy.
Oh, I can see this is hard on you guys. But I did say it.
I did say
Your
it.
father, you know. Now, he's dead. I would have loved to have seen the look on his face after I told him that I killed you.
Eat one, you old sack of turds.
Sack of turds.
Dude, Oliver does not stand a chance against him.
Get out of here.
Look at him. He's old as dirt.
I'm old, not weak.
Get away from him.
Oh boy, he is. Take a break while I focus on the boy.
Oh, just a backhand.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Oh, there goes his teeth.
Oh my God.
Oh, God. No. Oh, no.
You feel your body starting to rip.
Oh,
Your
God.
muscles tear. Then your vertebrae. They
No
suck.
way.
No. Oh. Oh.
This is going to be amazing.
Whoa.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it for Oliver. I really did.
Faster than I thought.
Oh. The concussion just shatters the glass everywhere.
Get him ready for transport. Hurry.
The whole city's just fucking wrecked.
Jesus.
This is going to be like the future we saw.
He's a Viltrumite, Eve. The strongest one we've seen yet.
I can rearrange matter, Cecil. So I might be the only person on Earth who can stop him. And Mark's out there. Alone.
I think at this point we basically need our entire squad to like team up on this dude. Everybody's got to come together.
And every villain we have, too.
That's, I could be wrong.
another.
On that,
Oh, Jesus.
oh no.
He's doing the Nolan move through the people.
Yep, through the bus or the train.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh, he's doing it again. Oh!
Holy fuck. Some of you weren't kidding when you were in the comments saying, guys, don't worry, you haven't seen anything yet.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Get away from him, you animal. Mark!
Get out of here. Go.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
me.
that's a femur.
Oh.
Really are pathetic. Got problems of
Oh,
your
this
own,
ain't-
kitten.
This ain't gonna be good.
You're gonna need more than a suit.
Yeah, this is not going to go well.
I've got all kinds of tricks.
All right, maybe we got something here.
She can't let up for 1 second.
Clever. Hear you breathing hard. How long can you keep this up?
I can go all day.
Oh, that's interesting. What was that?
This is what I mean.
Oh.
She cannot stop. Oh, did you give him breathing room? Yep.
Oh!
No. Oh my God!
This is it.
Oh!
So pretty.
No!
Oh,
Oh my God!
Eve, please. I can't live without you. Please. Eve! Cecil! I need you, Cecil!
Viltrumites have nothing like this. It's a weakness, really. I am beginning to understand your affinity for these lowly creatures.
I'll find you, Maggie.
If you've got anything to tell her, I wouldn't wait. Oh, too late? I want to thank you, Mark. Really. You know, it's not often I get to cut loose like this. But for whatever reason, and I don't really care
Comes
why,
the title.
I was ordered to take control of Earth by any means necessary. You did something to piss us off, and I thank you for it. This has been an immense joy.
I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow.
After all I've done,
Today,
after all
not tomorrow.
this, you still think you can threaten me?
Oh!
Oh!
Oh God! It's animation, but I still fucking can't.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh!
Hit him with the left.
Holy shit, is he gonna unlock the full potential of Mark here?
I think he might.
Getting mad
been
doesn't make
holding
you
back.
stronger. That's not how it works.
Oh, well.
Oh! Bit him!
What are you going to do now,
What are you gonna do now, sport?
Whoa!
Whoa, what?
Whoa! What do you, don't stop!
We know.
I am so lonely. All the other Viltrumites are scared of me.
you don't say.
No one wants to be my friend. They think I am unstable.
Oh, geez, I wonder why.
I am a victim of my own success. Conquest. I don't even get a real name. I am capable of so much more, and no one sees it. Some days I feel so alone I could cry, but I don't. I never do. Not a single person in the entire universe would care. Take it to your grave.
Mark!
Didn't we see this in her standalone episode?
Oh!
This time I will make sure she's dead.
Oh!
Oh, he's finally in a weakened state.
Yeah.
Well, his skin got roasted off. That's never good.
Got more than enough fight left in me for you, boy.
I was wrong. I was wrong. He's gonna use his head.
You wanted. Answer me!
I think they're good with
He's pretty fucked up now.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Get him, Glenn!
Glenn's revenge.
Glenn's revenge!
It's about the same.
It's exactly the same, except he's using his head instead of a bat.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Oh,
And that's almost
how you look.
Yeah.
It's a roundabout.
Mark just took down the strongest Viltrumite they have.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Oh, lots of people.
Look at his
He has
hand.
no hands, one leg.
You guys thought she was gone.
Oh, yeah, you were one of them too.
Yeah, I just said get her to the Pentagon. My intuition.
There it is.
There we go.
I love you too.
I thought you were.
Hey, am I naked?
Go double tap him.
Nice of you to show up. Hey, Cecil. Good to see you.
Huh? That's all he had to say?
Eve, how long have I been out?
3 days. You were pretty hurt.
What happened?
You don't remember?
I remember everything. I remember that you died.
Oh, I didn't die. I just got really close.
Here we go.
I was given powers while I was still in the womb, but they put in mental blocks to limit what I could do. That's the only reason I can't change sentient matter. But when something really traumatic happens, it overrides those blocks, and I can use my powers without any limitations.
Rip anything apart.
It happened once before, and I've been meaning to tell you, but the time was never right. Almost dying was stressful enough to allow me to rebuild my entire body.
I would have died without you.
Me too.
There's so much work involved in rebuilding these bodies. We're inventing new tools to do it.
What the fuck are you talking about? He was just one Viltrumite. And I bet now that he's dead, there's going to be a whole lot more on their way here.
I had, of course,
47
already considered this.
I don't care what it takes.
Instead of dinner and a movie, I think we'll be working tonight.
I gathered.
Hi?
Paul.
Where's Oliver?
Mom.
Hopefully he's.
Yeah, let's get a status update.
We all need a little comfort these days.
Your family.
I am so sorry for everything. When I married your father, I didn't know the life I'd be giving you. I think back on every time we asked, did you get your powers yet? How disappointed you were when it hadn't happened yet. And it disgusts me. It's my fault.
Mom.
No.
It's not your
I could have taken you away from all this.
Mom.
I shouldn't have let your father convince me it would all be okay.
Mom, you did everything right.
Exactly.
I love you so much.
How's Oliver?
He's okay. He's just down the hall.
My staff can barely keep him in bed. Sorry to interrupt. I just heard you were awake. I wanted to thank.
Where's Conquest?
He's dead.
Where's his body?
He doesn't trust Cecil.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure.
Burn it.
Oh, that's one way to guarantee
sure.
he's not coming back. Although, seems like he's pretty 86th, but you never know.
But isn't that why we fight?
Oh.
Rex would tell me to shut up and get to the point, but I know that's what he believed. He was always so confident, but also honest about his failings. I am changing my name from Rudy to Rex, so that much of him at least will survive. I only hope that I can live up to his courage and sacrifice. I believe Adam Eve wanted to say a few words.
You could have gone up there yourself.
I don't think I could have gotten through it.
Splode was my first everything. I'm sorry.
They do have a history.
Can't believe that he's gone. We hadn't talked since I moved out of the tower. It's hard to let them change or mature, but Rex, he had changed so much. I loved him, even though he cheated on me so many times. Are you smiling?
I'm sorry. I thought I lost you. You're here and okay and...
He's blushing.
Cheeks turn all red.
This is gonna be awkward.
Folded nicely.
Yeah.
Also, there is something to be said for that. What's that?
Folks, you gotta help us out on that one.
What is there something wrong with?
I don't know. We're gonna have to lean on the folks on that one.
Remember those things from last season?
Yep.
They've been doing this
Look at the ceiling.
quite a while.
Oh,
Battle Beast.
Just
he ripped apart the Viltrumite, it looks like.
Yeah.
Who got him?
These guys. Like rabbits. Those teeth.
They look like rabbits?
Yeah, with the teeth.
Oh, boy. Give him an arm.
You have witnessed what our ambitions have done to our world and what we have had to do to ourselves to survive.
You want a new home?
Is only the beginning of the delights we will achieve together.
Is this really a wise decision?
He's got the body. He's got
don't have a choice,
conquest. He's going to use them for the
He's
robots.
a 400-ton block of tungsten steel alloy 6 miles underground. If he so much as twitches, this whole place explodes. And as soon as he regains consciousness, he's going to tell us everything about the Viltrum Empire and how to stop them.
Okay. I knew he had a plan for him, just wasn't sure what it was, the way he was looking at him.
I can help you with fixing up the cities.
There's still a lot going on, however.
I'll listen to you and everything. I promise I'll be good.
You were right. You were right about the Maulers. You were right about Angstrom. Angstrom almost killed you and Mom even. So if anyone else ever puts my family or anyone I love at risk, I won't hesitate to kill them.
Delete.
There you go, Mark. That's what you needed. Oh, that's right. They sent him.
I am summoned.
Would not dare awaken the great beast, if did it bring welcome news.
Before I recall how I long to savor the gnashing of flesh in my putrid maw.
Have means to restore you to Infernal Throne. Surface dweller of great power.
A surface dweller, you say?
With abilities that far exceed any other, have discovered means of conjuring him here.
Oh,
dude.
What a ride.
What a friggin' episode.
What a ride.
What a friggin' episode. I mean, that thing was nonstop for the first 20 minutes.
Well, JDM
25
spoke during the whole thing. He had dialogue the whole time. It never stopped.
Almost seemed like he had more than Paul did the whole season.
Dude, well, the only thing I'm just real curious, and I'll reemphasize, I slightly joke when I say that in the intro, when are we going to get more Alan and Nolan? It doesn't really matter to me if we don't, because I know we got more seasons coming. But I am curious to see what you folks think, because I feel like they did a decent job kind of touching on some stuff and reintroducing Dark Blood for the most part. Are you slightly disappointed at all that we didn't get Nolan and Alan? Or are you totally satisfied with knowing that, of course, we got season 4 and season 5? But I was, again, I'm not complaining because I was immersed in that epic fight. And thank you, by the way, Kirkman and crew, for really, really, really pushing it, because I appreciate the shit out of that. Because I was wondering, I keep asking myself during that whole thing, like, how much more are they gonna go? And then they top that. I'm like, God, how much more are they gonna go? Then they top that.
Well, and the fake outs with the fight, like, okay, Oliver's gonna be the motivation. Okay, now Eve is gonna be the motivation. Like, you kept wondering when Mark was finally gonna let it rip.
Yeah.
There was plenty of instances. I actually thought that maybe Nolan and Alan would come down and help Invincible at during the fight, to which that didn't happen at all. But that was just so much destruction, and we saw that again. We did the people thing like Nolan did to him a few episodes prior in different cities and everything else. Man, and then I forgot about Dark Blood, and then you said the detective was like, "That's right," because he was the one investigating when Nolan.
Everything
took
Nolan
all
was
of
doing.
Yeah, here we go. See, I'm sorry, folks. I couldn't wait. I had to see Adam Eve's standalone episode, and yes, she did that in that episode too. I thought there was, because I'm like, God, I know they showed us before, but I couldn't remember if it was an individual episode of Invincible or if it was in her standalone. So it absolutely did happen in hers.
Yeah, well, I mean, the two big things that One thing I thought was going to happen, one big takeaway I took from this episode, because of the title, I thought you'd never shut up. I was either A, waiting for somebody to come in the battle with Conquest, or I was kind of waiting for Mark to say it, like when he finally got the upper hand.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that, or I actually, for like a minute, I thought Rex was coming back somehow, because I thought he was going to show up at his own funeral, and he would say, oh, I thought you guys would never shut up. Here I am. So I was, for half a second, I thought that might happen, the way they were kind of teeing it up. But the other thing, to me, Eve is the most powerful being in the universe, because if she can rip matter apart, nobody can stop her. Like, if she truly has all the guardrails off and all the brakes off, and she can manipulate matter in that way, there's nothing she can't destroy. As easy as she can create it, she can destroy something. So she's on total God mode right now. That's why I thought Darkblood was talking about her, because to me it made sense. You know, it's not really Conquest. It's not really Mark. To me, she's the ace.
Well, I can see that what you're getting at, because like, yeah, they made it a point though that she had blockers and that she has to get to that state. So yeah, she can be the most powerful thing, but she needs something traumatic or emotionally traumatic to happen.
Or has she broken those walls down now, and now she can do it?
She said she has blockers.
Yeah, that's she has to hit a certain point.
And it was her having a near death for her to be able to use it, because otherwise she should have used it. Otherwise she would have been able to use it, prior. But maybe that did happen, that it got broken permanently.
Because I mean, I'm just thinking, if she can literally rip apart the individual cells that make up an organism, no matter who it is, they're done. She can just poof.
She'll just take out anybody and everybody.
Yeah. But man, what an episode! I got to see, of course, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Look,
how much
we know
you guys love that.
We know he's the villain over and over. We know he's the villain, but as an actor, he's so damn entertaining, and you can't help but get lost in everything the guy says. And he has such a delivery. Like you, Diamond Dave, I was imagining Jeffrey Dean Morgan doing the big lean back.
And when he's in the booth,
as he was doing the lines in the booth, that's all I could picture.
Yep.
But yeah, an amazing fight. We didn't see any of the. Again, another thing I'm wondering about is the collateral damage that we had in here. How many cities did those guys destroy?
Oh, we saw them go all the way down to. Well, they said the whole eastern coast. So and they got down to Miami. That was South Beach.
Yeah. So, I mean, we already saw all the cities that were just destroyed a couple of days ago, and now they just did it again. Like, what are the people of Earth? What are they going to think? They're just going to want all these guys gone. I don't know how you do it, but that's the problem that the general public is going to face here, because nobody's safe. It doesn't matter where you are.
That was intense, incredibly intense. I thought Oliver was getting torn in half.
I thought that'd be the motivation.
Because with this series, look, a lot of animated series and television series and whatever, plot armor, right? We've talked about that how many times. They can find themselves in bad situation, they're going to be saved. But this series has gotten really aggressive at points. They're not afraid to do things that might be seen as, I don't want to say controversial, but just maybe not so popular with the fans, not because it's poor writing, just because you get so invested in certain things. But this was really cool. We saw an awesome fight. Oliver coming in to help. Obviously, Eve just really taking things and pushed him to a next level. I would have liked, and I said it in our intro, I would have liked a little bit more, loose ends tied up as far as some of the other stories we have going on, most notably Alan and Omni-Man.
That's a weird one, because I'm like, why did they
tie
even
him up? So you're just looking for a tough space.
Sort of, I know there's another season, so I don't need it. Like, hey, here's the end of the story, but just they completely let them go. And for a minute when Mark was really getting worked, I'm like, okay, Nolan's gonna come in.
See, I was wondering if that, especially when he's talking shit about him.
We know that Nolan is obviously very powerful, but we also know now that Alan is super powerful as well. So the two of them come in, we have some sort of battle where Nolan and Alan are really doing a lot of the heavy lifting with Conquest, and then, Mark comes back in, and who knows? We weren't given that, but
I do think
still pretty epic.
Yeah, and I do think we needed, because I was thinking that as well, but I think for this story, we needed Mark to do it on his own, to have that speech at the end where he's like, look, I'm done playing around. If anybody gets in the way of hurting my friends or family, I'm just going to kill them, and I'm done.
Well,
and I think he needed to beat Conquest on his own to get to that level.
Well, the other thing I think moving on to next season, look, we've always just assumed, or at least I assumed leading into this season, that Nolan was still going to be more powerful than Mark. And now, can we say that anymore? If Mark beat Conquest, because we assumed that, I don't know, Conquest is more powerful than Nolan.
Well, Eve with the big assist.
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
of course. Depending on who you talk to, it was a 2-on-1 situation, but Mark did finish him off.
Right.
But
well, it
depends how
seemed
you
like
look at it.
It seemed like he took him long enough because when he had a big hit on him earlier was with the top of his head, and then he realized he could use it at the end to like take him out. It's
Yeah,
like,
that was a new move.
Maybe that's the hardest part of Viltrumite is like the top of their head.
Top of the head.
Hardest part of a human's head. Look, man.
Like Ram, be a Ram. I thought really quick too with Conquest, when he did his smile, that's all I could picture was Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So I think they did that purposely, which was smart. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know how Conquest looks in the comments, but I was getting definitely the Jeffrey Dean Morgan vibe. When he would sit there and smile, he almost had that kind of half smile that Jeffrey has.
Well, when he goes up to his ear there and talks that way,
that was wild.
That was very sinister.
Yep.
I mean, everything about Conquest was just absolutely fantastic, at least I think, in my opinion, because, again, no comic knowledge of Invincible, so it's great that you guys haven't really spoiled us in trying to give us information. I'm glad JDM was Conquest because, and I'm glad, part of me is glad that Kirkman probably kept it separate of, hey, I can't give you Negan lines.
Dude, half of those lines were.
No, what I'm saying is
the line,
kind of like
actual line,
because there was a lot of setups here where they could have had Negan. Let's just have you repeat this. They be like a little ode to the show.
Some of them were so close. Like even his voice inflection. Some of them were so close.
He had him in the script and had to be like, crap, can't use that one. How about this one? Crap.
Well, the laugh.
Nope.
There was a little laugh in there twice, I think it was, where that was definitely, you could for sure see Negan doing it because he's done it in the show Walking Dead. But I did see at the end here, like, granted it wasn't a baseball bat, but it was Mark's head on Glenn beating Negan to death in the head. Well, apparently he's not even dead. So either way,
they're letting him come back.
And hey, by the way, one could definitely question Cecil's choice in potentially keeping him around. But
why?
Part of me is kind of like, I might be doing the same thing. Part of me, not all of me, but part of me is like, I, in my position, need to get information to help protect the world. If I can, and we heard him say he even flinches, the place gets set off.
Yeah.
So I don't know if someone's going to be there when he wakes up to be like, hey, don't move. Otherwise, this place is done. Just tell us what you know. And then if you want to go up peacefully, blow this up. But does that even if you were to flinch, does that really even take him out? I'm pretty sure some of you could probably guess.
That's exactly it. What are you going to have to do to this guy to get information out of him? Did Conquest come across as the type of guy who's just going to start singing?
Start spilling his. Well, and the thing too with Cecil, I thought for sure he was going to try to use his Viltrumite blood or body or DNA or something on the robots the way that he was looking at him. But now he's going to keep him around to get information. But like, look, that's right along with Cecil's. That's Cecil's MO. Wow. He always takes the villains and. Well, not always, but he's known to take villains to utilize them, just like he did with the bots.
Well, Sinclair, and he's using those bots, and who's to say Sinclair didn't sneak in there too and steal some of it, the Viltrumite blood or something to be able to use on those robots.
And back to Cecil, he's shown us that he's not a bad guy, and he's seen all these fights. Yeah. He's seeing their best hero get basically almost dominated and death there. And he's trying to build an army because he knows more come. He knows that more are going to come. So, again, part of me wants to think that way and be like, all right, if we do this, do we stand a better chance to slow some of these guys down?
Yeah, because they're coming regardless.
There's more coming. And Battle Beast. I can't wait to see that guy back in action.
Well, and even if it's not Viltrumites, Would you rather have an army of robots that you can tell them exactly what to do and when to do it to defend your planet, or do you want to rely on superheroes that, like Mark, can sometimes tell you to F off, or other times they can help you?
Because Sinclair does not have good intentions with those robots. He's going to have a failsafe in there. And Mr. You hate anything technology. Are you going to trust those robots?
Going to be old Justin
It's
Hammer
I don't
over
hate
there.
all things technology, just technology that's not useful. In this case, it's very useful.
And you don't think it's going to go off the rails?
Well,
There's a chance.
Cecil's guy. Well, okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to not take advantage of your one chance to save the planet? Your planet's getting wrecked regardless, just from one guy. What's going to happen?
Thousands of deaths
I don't
already.
know. What happens if
in about 5 minutes?
Viltrumites show up and they start fighting? Mark, I mean, unless Eve can truly unlock the blockers that she has holding her back, okay, she could disintegrate them cell by cell, but
hey,
we don't know if she can do that. Cecil's doing what he has to do to build an army that's coming because, okay, so Sinclair goes off the rails and kills everybody. Well, the Viltrumites were going to do that anyways, so you might as well take a chance on the devil you know.
I was like, 2 seasons. I got you for 2 seasons yet
Got
to
you
find
for
out
2
what's
seasons.
going on yet with that. But because Sinclair, especially the way he said to his girlfriend, wife, whoever she was, were like, no dinner and a movie tonight, and more like we're staying into work. And she's like, I had a hunch. The way she even sounded like,
she's into what they're doing.
Yeah, let's get something.
See, I didn't get that vibe. I got the vibe that like us, Cecil's working us hard. We do this nonstop 24/7 because he's like, I need the robots now.
That's not the emotion I got out of her. I got the emotion that out of her thinking, oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
No, that's not
Here
what
we
I
go.
got. That's opinions.
That's
How about
what I
you,
got.
Oak? What did you get out
Your
of her?
Quintuition not working on that one? Trusting robots.
I have mixed feelings about those two, but
I mean, I'm sure eventually something will go wrong, but my point is, why not take that chance if you're Cecil? What's the worst that can happen? Our city's going to get destroyed and people are going to die? Because that's happening anyway.
They're in a bad situation all the way around, so
I mean, it doesn't matter.
You'd rather have it in the hands of these robots that they're trying to make damn near indestructible.
Robots. He keeps saying
So when the robots are
I
terrible.
get it. Yeah, see, she's enjoying.
Yes.
Well, do you want?
There was no disdain, but I gathered.
So then the
just
robots go off the
even keel.
rails, and you have Mark that offend you, and yet he's like, you did this all behind my back. Why should I save the planet? I should just let the robots take over.
Yeah, but without the robots, Earth is done, completely destroyed. Like I said, unless you can let Eve be who she needs to be, and she can just go.
Well, there's
dun,
a
dun,
lot
dun,
of
dun, dun,
hypotheticals here,
you know?
so
yeah,
only one way to find out.
Only one way
We got 2
to
seasons.
find out. Yeah.
Well, and Oliver, too, I thought for sure he was going to be a little bit more seriously injured just because of how much tension he had on him. But, I mean, at the end here, clear recovery for sure.
He's
I mean,
growing
the
at
guy
an
was.
exponential rate too. Oliver could be a big factor.
Yeah,
I'm surprised too. I'm kind of surprised, and maybe it's just me being naive and not knowing the full extent. But I thought for sure. I know I was joking around, like, oh, next week he's going to be 40.
Yeah, he's be a teenager.
Because the way they delivered it, I was understanding like, oh, this is like a rapid, like he's going to be Mark's age by the end of the season here.
I guess I forgot how much the time jump was from the time that Oliver was appearing as a baby to the size that he is now. I kind of forgot how much that time jump was to get an idea of just how much he progresses.
Maybe by the time we rejoin him, he might be a little bit older.
You think they're going to keep it going in real time for us?
Yeah, they should. I mean,
Dude, that battle scene. Folks, I'm real curious to see your thoughts about
was getting ripped.
the comparison in the comic of the battle. I got to assume there's a battle in the comic like this between Mark and Conquest. I'm sure, or I guess I should say, I wouldn't be surprised if you tell us that, hey, it was much worse in the comic.
Yeah.
But I do want to see your thoughts on, was this kind of G-rated for what it was in the comic, PG-13, or was actually on par with the comic? Because I appreciate, again, them do that first wave when he was flying down and just came after Mark and speared him in to the depths of hell almost. And then you saw the sonic wave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it just how it took out
How many
of the
people?
city and how many people just in that spot were dead, and then them flying and then watching people's faces rip off, their arms rip off.
Well,
that was impressive.
Yeah, I mean, as violent as that was, aside if you take out the scene of Mark smashing Conquest with his head, the fight with Omni-Man I thought was more violent. At least unless I'm misremembering that when Omni-Man was pushing Mark through all the bodies through the train and everything, and I know Conquest did something similar, and I haven't seen it for a minute, but again, maybe it's because that was the first time I've seen something like that, and I was just like, holy cow, it's burned into my brain as being this crazy thing.
Well, it's because
this was
it was
much
pretty
worse.
violent, but that was all just centered in Chicago, and
Right.
that was it.
But
this is all along the
terms-
eastern seaboard.
And I don't mean in terms of the collateral damage they did. I mean the level of violence that they showed on screen. I'm trying to remember if the fight with Omni-Man was worse than this one.
Well, that's going to be subjective. Like, to me, this was worse, but that first one, you're right. I mean, there's going to be a level of impact there being a first time.
Yeah, being like, wow.
But this did that, in my opinion, did that and more, because we saw, again, him taking his face, plowing through people.
Same move. Yeah,
but
called
we've
it out.
seen a bigger scale of what was going on. I mean, that whole city's on fire. How many times did he throw them through buildings, and we watched the buildings
go down.
collapse?
Yep.
We saw people flying down with them from the buildings.
Yep.
To me, this was a little bit more impressive. But see, breaking his leg and everything.
It's like with the train, he just held them there as they were coming through.
Yeah.
Versus here, he ran them through people so fast, and so much that the sound waves were just destroying
everybody
all around them.
But overall,
But yeah, like I said, it's been what, 2 years since we've seen
Give or
season
take,
one.
probably
I mean, that's
a year and a half.
I don't
For
really,
us, a year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I just remember it really being shocking.
Yeah, this overall season so far, though, it's been kind of an up and down one. Not in a total bad way, because again, I do feel like this was a complete setup for a minimum of season 4, probably season 5. Some of that ending there, I'm sure the comic folks were popping pretty huge. Maybe if you didn't like it, I'd like to know, because the roundabout tie-ins that we were getting, the Battle Beast, Dark Blood, and all that too. So overall, I still think it was these last couple episodes of the season though were like, they went hard.
They had a slow build, with the action and the storytelling the first 3, 4, 5, and then they just kept hitting it with action and action and action.
And I feel like this was more them hitting more emotion with characters in this one. This season, more so than the others, but the others were still good. They still built some emotion, but there was a couple episodes here where they were intentionally trying to make you cry.
Yeah, I mean, we lost a lot of people this season, and obviously a lot of people and a lot of heroes. We lost. So yeah, it was.
And a big send off with
something else.
Rex that they did at the end there.
Yeah, we lost Rex. I know you guys were saying that that's pretty much a done deal, but I'm still holding on to hope that
I gotta hold on hope.
I thought he was coming back when he was gonna say to you people, or what is it? I thought you'd never shut up. I kept waiting until.
Well,
the
maybe
final.
that was just a tribute to him.
Yeah, and I do appreciate them swinging back to honor him at the funeral a little bit, because I know some folks are probably tired of me talking about The Walking Dead, but it's Kirkman's show. In The Walking Dead, like Daryl, and there were some other folks in there too, after we just saw a very close death to somebody, it was 1, 2, 3 seconds that they focused on.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, there were some other deaths too that they did a good job of homage to, but there's some quick deaths like Daryl and Merle. Like Daryl just lost his brother, and he only acknowledged it for 3 seconds in the next episode, which was a season-ending episode. So here, I'm glad they took some time to allow some of the heroes there to have a eulogy of sorts for Rex, so we could see it. So I do appreciate that, and then for sure, for now anyway. Again, I'm banking on there's a variant out there somewhere of him standing by on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder, from a business standpoint, I wonder how many individuals have their hands in this show as far as behind the scenes people, and how much they can push to change something or do something different. I wonder if, given the medium that Robert Kirkman and company have a little more freedom over their project to make it the way they want, and they maybe don't have to worry about studio execs as much as they would on a show like The Walking Dead. So that would be something interesting to hear about, just how much are they being pulled, how much stuff ends up on the cutting room floor. But that being said, this season was... it was conflicting for me. I did enjoy it. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 answers. I did like it, but it was carried very heavily by 1 or 2 episodes for me out of the whole season. And that's not a bad thing because, like you said, we knew 4 and 5 were coming. To me, this was a let's really expand things, let's expand characters, and some things drug out. For me, it was a massive miss not having more Nolan and Alan. That kind of really upset me that we didn't get anything from them in this episode, because I'm at the point like, well, why'd you even bother to show them then? Show them for the one little bit in the first episode, and then you might as well just write them off the rest of the way because we got nothing. So yeah, for me, a 3.5, but I am looking forward to what's next in 4 and 5.
Oh, well, me, I thought it was a 4.5. Despite that not having them in there, I thought it was a great storytelling, story building, character building season. I thought the action really amped up at the end. So it was, I mean, they had action in every episode, obviously, but it was like there was a slow build to get you to that nice finish, which, you know, where things come together for just a little bit, and then obviously we give our teases and everything that's ready for the chaos. Like, we didn't even touch on, you know, like how Debbie thought she she apologized for how she was as a mother, which he said, no, you were perfect. You have how his clothes were glowing after, you know, Adam Eve took them off. And then we even have, you know, the dark blood as well coming into fruition, and even holding on to Conquest. So I think there's a lot of questions that they set up for the next seasons, and makes me look forward to them.
Yep, 3.75 for me. I'm kind of on the same lines as Mason Quinn. There were some things about the season that I enjoyed. They were a little too all over the place with the story for me. And I know they've got a lot of main characters and a lot of stuff going on with this story. But for me, too much going on. It felt very much like they were bouncing around from story to story to story without any sort of, you know, parallel continuity between those stories. So a fun season, an entertaining season, but not quite what I was hoping for, but still very entertaining. And I've got very high expectations and hopes for the next couple seasons.
Yeah, 4 for me. It probably would have been higher, but now that the season's over and I can start looking at stuff, because I always am afraid of catching spoilers, I would, again, I feel like they didn't do enough for Alan and Nolan. I just wish there was just a little bit. It didn't have to be full episodes or anything like that. Just kind of touch points for us. Really, that's kind of the only knock. I love the emotion that they gave us with Aaron Paul being a part of it. This episode here was just amazing because, again, I appreciate them pushing some. I consider this being pushing some limits here with the violence that they did.
Oh, absolutely.
The last episode was crazy. The arc for Mark this year, or in this season, was, I think, a growing arc for Mark, because he had to do a lot of discovering, and now we're in that classic place now of, you know, he had to learn some hard ways, some different ways, but look at where he was from episode 1 to where he is now. Mm-hmm. He was trying to do the right thing, teaching Oliver. Now he said, Oliver, you were right. So basically anything that threatens my loved ones, family, no hesitation, gonna take him out. And he knows now, because of what he just had to do with Conquest, what that takes to make sure that kill is there. And I'm sure we're missing some other highlights here too, but Eve, I'm glad we got to see that again, especially from her standalone episode. So I hope we see more of that in the future. Maybe somehow, some way, the blockers get removed so she can be almost a be-all, end-all for the most part.
Because, I mean, it's a good idea to have those blockers when you're a child.
Right.
But now that she is an adult, maybe she has a better idea and understanding of what to do.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, and at least for season 4, selfishly, obviously putting Nolan and Alan aside, I want to see some Battle Beast. I got to give me some more Battle Beast. Yeah. So, otherwise, really enjoyed the season. Really looking forward to season 4 and how much craziness is that going to bring. So,
yeah, I mean,
for
me, this episode, I don't want to say it saved the season, but I think it really puts you in a real positive state of mind thinking about the season after this episode. But
yeah, very good.
Well, there you go.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed it out there as much as we did. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Catch you on the next season, pals.